Okay.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Laura Bretaña, Spanish interpreter. The interpreter has not been sworn.
Please raise your right hand to be sworn.
Do you swear to interpret from Spanish to English, English to Spanish, the testimonies you will receive today?
Yes, I do. Laura Bretaña, Spanish interpreter.
Thank you. Can you please connect to the headset and ask if he can hear you?
There is contact, Your Honor.
All right. Good morning, sir. Please tell me your name.
Javier Caraballo Cruz.
Would that also be Carlos Javiero Caraballo?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Sir, you're here in case number 21 CF 1623AO, charged with throwing a deadly missile into an occupied vehicle and battery domestic violence. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you, sir. I reviewed the probable cause affidavit. I do find probable cause exists in this case. Ma'am,
Yes.
do you speak and understand English?
Yes.
So you don't need the services of the interpreter? Okay. Please raise your right hand to be sworn.
Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Please state your name for the record.
Stephanie Ruiz.
Does the state wish to inquire?
Yes. How do you know Mr. Caraballo?
He's my husband.
Are you afraid of him?
No.
Would you like for him to be allowed to have no hostile contact with you while this case is pending?
I guess.
Would you like him to be allowed to have contact with you while this case is pending?
Yes.
Were drugs or alcohol related to this case?
No.
Has anything like this happened in the past?
No.
If something happened in the future, would you feel comfortable in calling the police or 911?
Yes.
The defendant qualifies to be released without having to post a bond. Do you have any objection to that?
No.
I'm sorry?
No.
No. No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you, Counselor. Does the defense wish to inquire?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. He qualifies for pretrial release?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I couldn't hear the response.
The answer was yes, he qualifies for pretrial release. All right, at this time, sir, I'm going to place you on pretrial release. While on pretrial release and while you're in custody, you're only allowed to have peaceful contact with your wife. Do you understand what peaceful contact means? You have to answer out loud.
Yes.
You're not allowed to possess a weapon, firearm, or ammunition, and I will order that you maintain a separate residence. Do you live together at this time? You have to answer with words.
If we live together,
Do you?
Sí, vivíamos juntos cuando sucedió el incidente.
yes, we were living together when the incident occurred.
All right, at this time, you're not allowed to live together. I'm ordering that you maintain a separate residence. I'll allow you to return to that residence one time with law enforcement to gather your belongings. Do you understand?
Sí.
Yes.
Are there any other conditions the state would request?
No, Your Honor.
All right, good luck, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Your Honor, you said no hostile contact? correct?
Yes. Well, I said peaceful contact.
Okay.
I was hoping that was easier to understand. Everyone seems to ask, no hostile, what? So I said peaceful.
No, I just did hear you, Your Honor.
Yeah. All right, good morning. Please tell me your name. What's your name, sir?
John Carlos Pavón Canales. Don Carlos Pavón Canales.
Giancarlos Pavón Canales.
Sir, you're here on a warrant from another county. Oh, no, I think it's our county, actually. So you have a warrant for allegedly violating your probation by committing a new criminal law offense in Osceola County and by associating with persons engaged in criminal activity and failing to make restitution payments. The bond set by the judge who signed that warrant is $5,000. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Good luck, sir.
That's it for interpreter cases in Spanish.
Oh, thank you, Madam Interpreter. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good morning. Please tell me your name. Sorry.
Mr. Adonis, Your Honor.
Yes.
Mr. Adonis refused.
All right, that's 20 MM 654580. It's a misdemeanor arraignment. Counselor, I see he's represented by your office.
Yes, Your Honor, we'll waive.
All right, this is a Division 81 case.
No, Your Honor, can we bring him back tomorrow, if possible?
I mean, he refused to come to court.
It was the only case he's in here for, Your Honor. We were gonna try to resolve the case.
Are you going to talk to him before tomorrow?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we can bring him back tomorrow. But I'm still finding his refusal to come a waiver of his appearance this morning. So if he refuses to come again tomorrow, we'll just find that a waiver as well.
Yes, Your Honor.
But we'll bring him back tomorrow. All right, next. What's your name, please? Thank you, ma'am. You're here in 21 MM 59680, charged with petty theft, and you are represented by the Office of the Public Defender.
Your Honor, can I have just a moment?
I don't know if I did that. I don't have anything else to sign. I thought I missed one. I thought there was one other one for me to sign.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently not.
Your Honor, the state has made an offer of an adjudication of guilt, credit for time served, no return to the Dollar General, cost of investigation of $52 to Orlando Police Department, and it says rest, I don't know, rest.
Restitution of $2.20.
Okay. We would like to accept the state's offer.
Ma'am, please raise your right hand to be sworn.
Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Ma'am, your attorney has just informed the court that you wish to enter into a plea agreement with the state of Florida. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you understand, you can put your hand down. You understand that if you enter a plea of guilty or no contest this morning, you'll be waiving or giving up certain constitutional rights, including your right to remain silent, your right to testify on your own behalf, your right to call witnesses and present any defenses you may have at a jury trial when one is required, your right to force the state to prove the allegations against you beyond all reasonable doubt. You're giving up those rights this morning. Is that what you wish to do? I can't hear you. Yes, did you say yes? Okay, I just need you to get close to the mic. Leave your mask on, though. All right, you understand if you're on probation, this plea could violate that probation.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that if you're not a United States citizen, this plea could subject you to deportation.
Yes, ma'am.
Has anyone threatened you or promised you anything other than what was just discussed here in open court to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
All right, then at this time, ma'am, how do you wish to plead to the charge of petty theft?
No contest.
I'll accept your plea of no contest. I find it's freely and voluntarily made. I'll adjudicate you guilty. I'll give you credit for 17 days. Oh, it's right there. Thank you. 17 days in jail. I'll order that you pay $52 cost of investigation to the Orlando Police Department. Orlando?
Yes.
Thank you. You're not allowed to return to Dollar General, and I'll order that you pay $2.20 in restitution to Dollar General. Also, I'll order that you pay court costs, and I'll give you a year to make all of these payments. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Good luck, ma'am.
Thank you.
Good morning. Please tell me your name. Sir, you are here charged with aggravated battery of a pregnant person in case number 21 CF 1621AO. I've reviewed the probable cause affidavit. I do find probable cause exists in this case. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Your bond will be $1,000. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. You're not allowed to return to this scene. Is this where you live?
Yes.
All right, I'll order that you maintain a separate residence. So you understand that if she lives there, you can't live there.
Yes.
All right. I'll allow a one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings. You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm or ammunition. I don't see alcohol alleged to be involved in this incident. Are there any other conditions the state would request?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Good luck, sir.
We have Ms. Rosado, Your Honor.
Oh.
Proud attorney. Is the domestic.
All right. Counselor, if you want to go ahead and call your case.
Michael Morrison on behalf of Ms. Rosado.
Good morning, sir. This is case number 21 CF 11640. Ma'am, you're charged with aggravated battery, domestic violence. There was a warrant issued for your arrest, so a judge has already found probable cause. However, I did review the affidavit, and I do find that there is probable cause in this case. There's no victim present here. Does the state wish to be heard as to bond?
I spoke to Mr. Morrison earlier. Mr. Morris, earlier, I had no objection to PTR, Your Honor. No contact, no weapons, no firearms, no drugs, no alcohol. Maintain separate residences.
There is a declination, though, from the victim in the court file. Judge, the court wants to review what the victim's current position is.
I don't have that.
May I have a moment, Your Honor?
Do you have a copy, counselor?
It got left in my file, Judge, which got left several counties south of here.
I understand.
I'm trying to pull up the clerk's site to see if it's made it its way.
All right.
It's in the clerk's site.
Is there any way you can cut that?
Looks like I have a 6-page filing. Well, 1 page. I can read to the court if you want what it says.
Hold on, she's gonna pull it up right now. You don't even need to print it. Let me just walk over here. All right. Stop, please. All right, scroll down. See what else there's-
No, there's nothing else of relevance, Judge. It's just
Just that one
basically,
page,
yeah,
okay.
blank pages.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Madam Clerk. All right, at this time, ma'am, I'm going to place you on pretrial release. While on pretrial release, you're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. That includes electronic and third-party communication. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to order that you maintain a separate residence so you cannot live together. Do you need to return to this place to gather any belongings?
I don't have to. We have close family in common, so they'll get anything that I need.
All right, but you understand you can't send a message to him. You can just ask about your belongings. Okay. You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm or ammunition. Was alcohol alleged to be relevant in this incident? I don't recall.
I don't recall, Your Honor.
I don't,
It was a beer bottle was the
oh, was the
alleged
weapon,
instrument,
right.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to possess or consume any alcoholic beverages while you're on pretrial release, and you'll be subject to random alcohol screens. Counselor, did I miss anything?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Anything else, Counselor?
No, Judge.
All right. Thank you very much. Good luck,
Your
ma'am.
Honor.
Calling who? Oh. Okay. I just work here. I don't-
Vietnamese. Okay, it's a court proceeding, we just need to translate the courtroom proceedings for the judge's saying. Please hold.
Now? Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning, Judge.
Have you previously been sworn?
Yes.
All right.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I haven't swear in yet.
Okay. Please raise your right hand to be sworn by the clerk.
Do you
Yeah.
swear to interpret from Vietnamese to English, English to Vietnamese, the testimonies you will receive today?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. One moment.
Yeah.
Is there a way to get two people on the phone? The victim wants to testify via phone.
The victim will not be able to testify via phone, Your Honor. The victim has to be present. So the state can verify who the victim
Right. I
is.
mean, someone can appear purporting to be the victim, but I don't even know how I can do that. All right. Thank you. All right. Please ask her to tell me her name.
Chào cô, tôi là Thi, là tham dịch viên đó. Xin lỗi, cô tên gì ạ?
Tên là Thê Thị Lê.
Tên em Thê Thị Lê.
All right. Good morning, ma'am. You're here in case number 21MM964AO, charged with battery domestic violence.
Tức là cô tới đây với cái số tòa là 21MM96484. Cái vấn đề là khủng bố gia đình.
I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you, ma'am.
Tôi sẽ cho luật sư công để bào chữa cho cô.
I've reviewed the probable cause affidavit. I do find there is probable cause in this case.
Okay. Tôi đã coi lại lời khai khử thể và có thể là có cái nguyên nhân.
Ma'am, is this your residence?
Đây có phải là nhà cô không? Yes.
You qualify for pretrial release. At this time, I will place you on pretrial release. As a condition of that release,
Okay. Như vậy tức là cô có thể được cho về tại ngoại đó, và cũng có những cái điều kiện của nó.
you're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm or ammunition.
không có được có được vũ khí hay bất cứ những cái loại vũ khí nào.
At this time, ma'am, I'm going to order that you maintain a separate residence from the victim.
Như vậy cô phải ở riêng, không có ở chung với cái người nạn nhân.
So you understand that means you two can't live in the same house right now.
Có nghĩa là cô không có được ở chung với người đó bây giờ.
I'll allow one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings.
Cho một lần về để mà lấy đồ đạc và đi tháp tùng với cô là có cảnh sát.
And at this time, I'm going to order that you not have any contact with the victim in this case.
Và bây giờ cô cũng không có được liên lạc với cái người nạn nhân này bây giờ.
Do you understand?
Cô có hiểu không?
Thank you, ma'am.
Cảm ơn cô.
All right, thank you, Madam Interpreter.
Your Honor, thanks for using our service. You have a good day. Bye.
The last condition was no contact.
Give me 1 second. Nope, that's all we have is Mandarin. We don't have it.
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
1 second. There we go. Good morning. Please tell me your name. Mr. Gardner, you're hearing case number 21 CF 1644AO, charged with aggravated battery domestic violence and battery by strangulation domestic violence. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. I've reviewed the probable cause affidavit. I do find probable cause exists in this case. Your bond will be $5,000 on count 1, $150 on count 2. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. That includes electronic communication and third party. Do you understand? I'll order that you maintain a separate residence. Do you need to return here to gather belongings?
Yes.
Then I'll allow one-time return with law enforcement officers to gather your belongings. You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm or ammunition. I see that you're out on bond in case number 20MM152AA. The charge there is also battery domestic violence. I'm going to revoke your bond at this time in that case. Did I appoint the public defender?
Yes, Your Honor. Would you be willing to set a new bond?
Not at this time, Counselor, based on the charges. Your office will have to file a motion. Good luck, sir. Good morning. Please tell me your name. Sir, you're here in case number 21 CF 1659AO, charged with child abuse and battery domestic violence. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. I've reviewed the probable cause affidavit. I do find probable cause exists in this case. Ma'am, do you wish to testify this morning?
Yes.
Please raise your right hand to be sworn.
Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, help you God?
I do.
Please state your name for the record.
Christina Guerra.
Does the state wish to inquire?
Yes, Ms. Guerra, how do you know Joseph Guerra?
He's my husband.
Are you afraid of him?
No.
Would you like for him to be allowed to have contact with you while this case is pending?
Yes.
Are you afraid for the minor child?
No.
Has anything like this happened in the past?
No.
If something happened in the future, would you feel comfortable in calling the police or 911?
Would I feel comfortable?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you know if the defendant has another place to live?
He
Or
does
stay.
not. He does not.
Okay, do you have another place to stay?
I could.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Does the defense wish to inquire?
No, Your Honor.
All
State
right.
would recommend at least maintain a separate residence, Your Honor.
I will order that at this time. Thank you, ma'am, for coming. All right, sir. On count 1, your bond is $5,000. On count 2, your bond is $100. At this time, I'm going to allow you to have peaceful contact with your wife and child, but you understand that means you can't even raise your voice.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm going to order that you maintain a separate residence. What that means is you're not allowed to live with them at this time. Do you understand?
Yes, Your
So if you need to return one time to gather your belongings, I'll allow you to do that with law enforcement. I understand that you live in Colorado.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll allow you to return to Colorado, but you still have to maintain separate residences until the judge modifies that condition. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm or ammunition. You're not allowed to possess or consume alcohol while you're out. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are there any conditions I missed, Counselor?
No, Your Honor.
All right, good luck, sir. Thank you, ma'am, for coming. Good morning, sir. Please tell me your name.
Charles Henry Beeson.
You're here in case number 21 CF 1660AO. Charged with battery on a person 65 years of age or older. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you, sir. I've reviewed the probable cause affidavit. I do find probable cause exists in this case. Your bond will be $2,000. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. That includes electronic communication or third-party communication. Do you live in the same house right now?
Currently, but I have other residencies to stay at.
All right. I'm going to order that you maintain a separate residence. So you can only return to this residence one time with law enforcement to gather your belongings. I'll order that you're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm or ammunition. So whoever's guns these are, you can't possess them. Do you understand?
May I speak about the incident, or
I would-
is that not right now?
So you can, but your attorney is advising you not to, because everything you say here today is being recorded and can be used against you later. So at this time, the only thing we're doing is I'm telling you what the charges are and giving you bond. We're not having an evidentiary hearing today. So
My ultimate goal is to aim to get these dropped over time. Will I have a separate trial later on down the road, or?
yes.
Okay.
And it won't be in front of this court. I don't have the authority, I don't have the jurisdiction to drop this.
Okay. No
So. I said no contact, maintain a separate residence, no weapons, no firearms or ammunition. Was alcohol involved in this incident?
No, ma'am.
All right. I see that you're out on pretrial release. At this time, I'm revoking your pretrial release in case number 21 CT 559AO.
No objection to doubling the bond, Your Honor, or setting a bond, I'm
I
sorry.
was to say, there is no bond currently. All right, I'm gonna set your bond in that case at $500. And you're not allowed to drive without a valid driver's license. Good luck, sir. Good morning. Please tell me your name, sir.
Demetrius Moore.
All right, you're here in case number 21 CF 119AO, charged with false imprisonment, domestic violence, tampering with a witness to hinder communication to law enforcement, and battery domestic violence. There was a warrant issued for your arrest. So there is probable cause for your arrest in this case. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Ma'am, do you wish to be heard?
Yes,
I can't hear you.
yes.
Did she say yes?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Please raise your right hand to be sworn.
Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, self you God?
Yes.
Please state your name for the record.
Nursey Proctor,
Does the state wish to inquire?
Yes. How do you know Mr. Moore?
my husband.
Are you afraid of him?
No.
Can you do me a favor? Can you just speak closer to the microphone?
Okay.
Are you afraid of him?
No.
Would you like for him to be allowed to have no hostile or nonviolent contact with you while this case is pending?
I just want contact. I don't.
Were drugs or alcohol related to this incident?
Alcohol.
Has anything like this happened in the past?
No.
If something happened in the future, would you feel comfortable in calling the police or 911?
Yes.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Does the defense wish to inquire?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, at this time, sir, your bond is going to be $2,000 on count one $150 on count 2, $100 on count 3. Ma'am, you said you do want contact with him?
Yes.
Your Honor, you could, in addition to the bonds, place him on pretrial release so that if this did occur again, he will be brought back here.
All right, I'll place him on pretrial release in addition to the bond. I will allow you to have peaceful contact with your wife. Do you understand what peaceful means?
Yeah, I know what peaceful means.
You can't even raise your voice. Do you understand? You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm or ammunition. You're not allowed to possess or consume alcohol while you're out on bond. And I'm going to order that at this time you maintain a separate residence. I'll allow a one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings. Do you understand?
Yeah, I understand.
All right. Good luck, sir.
I'm sorry, did you order no alcohol, Your Honor?
No alcohol on random screens.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning. Please tell me your name.
LaShonda Thompson.
All right. You're here in case number 21 CF 1422AO, charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, criminal mischief, and battery domestic dating violence, as well as 17 DR 151480, contempt of court. I don't know if I have that one or not. Okay, perfect. There was a warrant issued for your arrest, so a judge has already found probable cause in this case. Your bond will be $2,500 on count 1, $150 on count 2, and $100 on count 3. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm or ammunition. You're not allowed to. I'll order that you maintain a separate residence. Do you need to return to this residence one time to gather your belongings?
He stayed all the way in Fort Lauderdale. And my address, he don't stay with me anymore.
So this court doesn't have jurisdiction to order him to do anything.
Yes, ma'am.
But I can order that you have to maintain a separate residence. So if you go there and he's there, you can't stay there.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I can go to my sister's house.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So I will allow one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings if he's there.
Yes,
If he's
ma'am.
not there, you can live there. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Are there any other conditions the state would request?
There you are.
All right. Good luck, ma'am. Oh, did I appoint the
Bond.
PD?
I didn't hear you, Your Honor.
I am appointing the public defender to represent her. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
2,500, 150, and 100.
50 and 100. Okay,
My
never
notes, I
mind.
changed it.
Okay.
Good morning, sir. Please tell me your name.
Charles White?
Sir, you're here in case number 21 CF 1640AO, charged with battery, domestic violence, and possession of a concealed firearm by a convicted felon. Sir, I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. I reviewed the probable cause affidavit in this case. I do find probable cause exists for your arrest. Your bond will be Are the charges going to stay in that order?
Probably not, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to say that on count 1, your bond is $100, but on count 2, it's $1,500. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. That includes electronic and third-party communication. Do you understand?
Yeah.
You're not allowed to, I'll order that you maintain a separate residence. I'll allow one-time return with law enforcement officers to gather your belongings. You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition.
Okay.
So you can't have a gun, you understand?
Yeah.
Are there any other conditions the state would request?
There you are.
All right, good luck, sir. Really? Good morning, please tell me your name.
Kenesha Brown.
You're here in case number 21MM962AO, charged with battery, domestic violence. I've reviewed the probable cause affidavit in this case. I do find probable cause exists. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. I see that she qualifies for pretrial release. Does the state have any objection to that?
No, Your Honor.
At this time, I'll place you on pretrial release. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. That includes electronic communication and third party. Do you understand what that means?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'll order that you maintain a separate residence. Do you need to return here one time to gather your belongings?
Okay.
Do you need to do that?
Yes, I do have belongings that are here.
All right, then I'll authorize that one time with law enforcement officers.
Okay.
You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition.
Okay.
Good luck, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Good morning. Please tell me your name.
Hello, Marcella.
Did you say Marcella Lowe?
Yeah.
You're here in 21MM96780, charged with battery, domestic violence. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. I've reviewed the probable cause affidavit. I do find probable cause exists in this case. Counselor, do you show that she has any prior convictions for battery or just arrests?
I have one moment, Your Honor.
I just want to be sure I'm seeing this correctly.
I don't see any convictions in orange.
Okay.
I see
All
arrests,
right.
but no convictions.
Ma'am, your bond is $1,000. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. I'll order that you maintain a separate residence. You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. Do you need to return one time with law enforcement to gather your belongings?
Yeah, I actually do.
I can't hear you. Please speak louder.
I actually do.
All right. I'll allow a one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings. Good luck, ma'am. Good morning. Please tell me your name.
Diego Parra Soto.
Sir, you're here in case number 21MM96580, charged with battery, domestic violence. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. I've reviewed the probable cause affidavit. I do find probable cause exists in this case. He qualifies for pretrial release.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, at this time, I'm going to place you on pretrial release. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. Do you understand what that means?
Yes, Your Honor.
You can't contact her through friends or family or through any app on your phone or computer. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're not allowed to possess or consume alcohol. You'll be subject to random screens. You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. I'll order that you maintain a separate residence, so you can't live with her. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you're not allowed to have any contact with any of the witnesses in this case. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Good morning. Please tell me your name.
Ashley Redding.
Ma'am, you're here in case number 21MM95580, charged with battery, domestic violence. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. There is probable cause in this case, but I see that she qualifies for pretrial release. I'm going to place her on pretrial release. Ma'am, you're not allowed to have any contact with him. Do you live together?
No.
You don't? Okay. I'm going to order that you maintain a separate residence, but you're already doing that.
Okay.
Do you have any belongings at this location on Judge Drive?
That's my apartment. He don't live there. I live there. That's
Okay.
my name. He live with his mom on 3260 Wolcott Place.
Okay. So if you get to your place and he's there, you can't stay.
I will go to my grandma's house or something.
Okay, so
But
I just want to make sure you,
Because my landlord locked the doors.
Okay.
So he don't have a key. I don't have a key. If I go, I have to go to the office to get my key.
okay, that's fine. I just want to be sure you understand. I don't have jurisdiction to order him to leave,
Okay.
but I have jurisdiction to
Y'all
order
gotta make
you.
sure I'm safe. So if he there, I'm gonna make sure I'm nowhere around.
Okay, good. Because you don't want to have any contact with him. Okay. So I'm just ordering that you maintain a separate residence at this time.
Okay.
If he's there when you get there for any reason, I'll allow a one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings in case you do need to go somewhere else.
Okay.
So you can do that, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Good
So I
luck.
don't have to pay a bond?
You don't. I'm releasing you on pretrial release.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning. Please tell me your name.
Tony Smart.
You're here in case number 21MM944AO, charged with battery, domestic violence. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. I've reviewed the probable cause affidavit. I do find probable cause exists in this case. Ma'am, do you wish to testify?
Yes, Your Honor.
Please raise your right hand to be sworn.
Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, self God? Yes. Please state your name for the record. Elsa Arzu.
Does the state wish to inquire?
Yes, how do you know Mr. Smart?
He's my boyfriend.
Are you afraid of him?
No,
Do the two of you live together?
not currently.
Would you like for him to be allowed to have contact with you while this case is pending?
Yes.
Were drugs or alcohol related to this incident?
No.
Has anything like this happened in the past?
No.
If something happened in the future, would you feel comfortable in calling the police or 911?
Yes.
No further questions.
Does the defense wish to inquire?
No, Your Honor.
Ma'am, can you tell me your name one more time?
Yeah, it's Elsa.
And did you say you don't live together?
No, we're not residing together. He lives in Tampa.
So in the probable cause affidavit, it says the couple currently reside together and have resided together in the past as a family.
We have resided in the past together, yes. But not currently.
And you weren't on February 9th?
He was at my place.
All right. He qualifies for pretrial release.
Yes, Your Honor.
Does he have any prior history, counselor, that you can see?
May I have one moment, Your Honor. I don't even have a non-arrest case in my file, so no.
All right. Sir, I'm going to place you on pretrial release. While on pretrial release, you are not allowed to return to 3817 Alafaya Heights Road, apartment 137. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll allow you to have peaceful contact with Miss Zapata. But do you know what peaceful means? You can't even raise your voice. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
And you can't live there, but you can talk to her.
Okay.
All right. You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. Was alcohol involved in this incident?
No.
She stated no, Your Honor. Did you say maintain a separate residence, Your Honor?
I said he's not allowed to return.
Okay.
But yes, so you'll have to maintain a separate residence. You can't return to hers and you can't live there. All right, are there any other conditions the state would request?
No, Your Honor.
All right, good luck, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Good morning. Please tell me your name.
Naya Terry.
You're here in case number 21MM963AO, charged with battery, domestic violence. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. I've reviewed the probable cause affidavit. I do find probable cause exists in this case. She qualifies for pretrial release.
Yes, Your Honor.
At this time, I'm going to place you on pretrial release. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. That includes electronic communication and third party. Do you understand?
Yes.
Do you live at this residence?
Yes, he has his own apartment. That's my home.
All right, I'm going to order that you maintain a separate residence.
Yes.
So as long as he's not there, you can be there.
Okay.
But if he's there, you may not live there. Do you understand?
Yes.
You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. Are there any other conditions the state would request?
No, Your Honor.
All right, good. Did I appoint the public defender?
I didn't hear you, Your Honor.
I am. Good luck.
Thank you.
Like sometimes. I think it's all in how you hold. Good morning. Please tell me your name.
Name's Judy.
All right, Mr. Judy, you're here in case number 21 CT 1121AO, charged with driving under the influence. Sir, I reviewed the probable cause affidavit. There is probable cause here. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. Does the state have a recommendation as to bond?
We do not, Your Honor.
Sir, your bond is going to be $2,000. You're not allowed to possess or consume any alcohol while you're out on bond. You're not allowed to drive without a valid driver's license, which on the citation it notes that you don't have one, so you cannot drive without a valid. Okay, listen, I'm not asking if you do. What I'm telling you is, if you don't have a valid license, you cannot drive. Do you understand? Okay. Are there any other conditions the state would request?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. What's your name?
Roland Noel.
Roland Noel?
Yes, ma'am.
What's your full name?
Roland Noel Mobutu Gelenge.
All right, I just want to make sure I have the right person in front of me.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you're here in case number 21 CT 703AO. A judge issued a capias for your arrest for failing to appear for arraignment on a charge of operating a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. The bond authorized on that capias is $2,000. I can't change that,
The offer is an adjudication of guilt, credit for time served.
but the state has an offer for you.
What is it?
An adjudication of guilt, credit for time served.
Yes, ma'am, I'll take it.
You're interested in that? Raise your right hand, please.
Please swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, I'm just smiling because you said that very quickly, sir. All right, sir, you understand, however, that if you enter a plea of guilty or no contest this morning to the charge of no valid driver's license, you're going to be waiving or giving up certain constitutional rights, like your right to remain silent, your right to testify on your own behalf, your right to call witnesses and present any defenses you may have at a jury trial when one is required. You're going to give up all those rights.
Yes, ma'am.
That's what you want to do here today?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand if you're on probation anywhere, this plea could violate that probation.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand if you're not a United States citizen, this plea could subject you to deportation.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, sir. Other than what the prosecutor just said here in court, has anyone threatened you or promised you anything to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Then at this time, sir, how do you wish to plead to the charge of no valid driver's license?
Guilty.
I'll accept your plea of guilty. I find it's freely and voluntarily made. I'll adjudicate you guilty, order you to serve
3 days.
3 days in jail, give you credit for the 3 days that you've served. I have to order that you pay court costs in this case, and I'll give you a year to pay them. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck, sir. Thank you. Have a nice day. Thank you, counselor, for catching me.
Are we doing a ring?
That's what I have next. Listen, I assume you guys picked the order.
Brantley Styles is Leslie, Your Honor.
21 CT 91780, DUI. He's represented by the Office of the Public Defender.
He has 2 cases.
And 21 CT 918 AO, driving while license suspended, also represented by the Public Defender.
Your Honor, we'll waive.
Division 61, pretrial conference date is March 8th, 9:30 PM, courtroom 6B.
And enter plea of not guilty, sorry.
Oh, thank you.
Brandon Hanks is medical.
21 MM639AO, charged with trespass on property other than structure or conveyance. He's represented by the Office of the Public Defender.
We'll waive and enter plea of not guilty, Your Honor.
Thank you, Counselor.
Division 80, pretrial conference date will be March 25th, 9 a.m., courtroom 9C.
Sean Davis is medical.
20 MM8874AO, resisting an officer without violence and trespass on property other than a structure, represented by the Office of the Public Defender.
Your Honor, we'll waive and enter plea of not guilty.
Division 83, pretrial conference date is March 24th, 9 a.m., courtroom 6C.
Owen Jerial is medical.
19 MM10458AO, charged with trespass. He's represented by your office, Counselor.
We'll waive and enter plea of not guilty.
Division 80, pretrial conference date March 25th, 9 a.m., courtroom 9C.
Adria Shemansky is medical.
21 CO98AO, soliciting funds. She's represented by your office, Counselor.
We'll waive and enter plea of not guilty.
Division 80, pretrial conference date March 25th, 9 a.m., courtroom 9C.
Good morning, sir. Please tell me your name.
Eric Brown.
Sir, you're here in case number 20MM6332AO. A warrant was issued for your arrest for allegedly violating your probation in that you failed to pay the cost of supervision, you failed to have no contact with the victim in the case, and you failed to comply with conditions of the collections program. At this time, the judge who signed that warrant didn't authorize a bond, so I can't change that. But I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Good luck, sir.
That was the VOP?
Yeah, VOP.
That was Brown?
Yep, Eric Brown.
We have a, Arlene, do we have a status date? No? Okay.
You want me to give one?
Good morning, sir. Please tell me your name.
James Earl Anderson II.
I'm sorry, what?
James Earl Anderson II.
Thank you. Sorry. It's hard to hear in this courtroom, so I appreciate that. Sir, you're here in case number 20905 CFA. You have a warrant from Seminole County for failing to appear for a scheduling conference on a possession of cocaine and a driving while license suspended or revoked. At this time, there's no bond authorized on that. We'll contact Seminole County to see if they're going to come and get you. On the warrant, they say they will come and get you, but we'll contact them to make sure they know you're here, so they'll come and get you. But I'm going to appoint the public defender because you currently have no bond. All right, good luck, sir. Thank you.
We're out here just doing something.
You wrote before.
Oh, I see.
Good morning, sir. Please tell me your name.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Samuel Buck.
All right, sir. You have a couple of cases. 21 CF 379. You have an active warrant for battery by strangulation, domestic violence, aggravated assault, domestic violence, battery, domestic violence. Samuel Buck, right?
Yes, ma'am.
That's what the out-of-county warrant says. It's from Osceola County. What's your date of birth?
7/10/71.
That's correct. That's what the warrant says.
Can I have one moment, Your Honor?
Yes. And I was going to ask,
For a loitering charge, ma'am.
hold on one second. I'll get to that in a second. And I was going to ask if you have any other information on that case, because I don't have a PC affidavit or anything, because it's a warrant.
This is the 379?
I'm sorry?
It's 2021 CF 379?
Yes.
Let me see that book. I have a DV case, but it has a different case number. And I have a victim name of Maria Buck. An incident that happened, the allegations happened on July the 26th of 2020. That's the only one I put his name in our system.
And that shows Osceola County too?
That's an Osceola County case.
Okay.
It's a DV case.
That's all the I don't even have that much information. All I have is that there's an active warrant for case 21 CF 379 for those charges. So at this time, there's no bond on those charges. Here's what we'll do. I think, sir, what you're talking about is you have another case, 21 CF 1566AO, attempted burglary of a conveyance and loitering or prowling, but that's not before the court this morning. What I'm going to do is contact the judge in Osceola County and see if we can get more information, because this court can't set a bond on those charges without additional information. So can we bring him back tomorrow?
Yes, sure.
All right. I'm going to take this one with me and we'll bring you back tomorrow. I'm going to contact the judge in Osceola County. All right. Good luck, sir. And I'm going to appoint the public defender. Perhaps you can also help.
Thank you.
Good morning. Please tell me your name.
Haley Erickson.
Ma'am, you're here in case number 19MM2868. You have a warrant from, it looks like, Lake County for a violation of probation on a marijuana charge. Your bond is currently set at none, and they've said that they will come and get you, so we'll notify them that you're here and see if they'll come and get you. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Good luck. Good morning. Please tell me your name.
Consort Johnson.
All right, sir. You're here in case number 19MM1754, 19MM1798, 19MM1172. So you have 3 different warrants. One is for a VOP, a violation of probation. It says resisting an officer without violence. There's no bond authorized in that case. The next warrant is for, oh, it looks like all of the charges are a VOP on a resisting. So in all 3 cases, there's an allegation that you violated probation on your charges of resisting an officer without violence, and there's no bond authorized in any of them. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you here, and we'll be in contact with the other county to see if they're coming to get you.
Don't got no bond?
No, sir, you don't. At this time.
No court date neither?
I'm sorry?
I don't get a court date neither?
No, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna contact the judges in the other county to find out if they're going to come and get you, and if they're not going to come and get you, do they want to authorize a bond? So if they do, we'll bring you back and we'll tell you about the bond. But if they come and get you, then you'll just be transported to the other county. All right, good luck. I have one left. Juan Sanchez Herrera. What? Oh, that'd be great.
He's medical, Your Honor.
Okay. This is, he has 2 cases. I don't know about this case number. 20488 CTA, warrant out of Seminole County for no valid driver's license. Bond is $500. And the other case is a warrant, looks like another warrant on that. Failure to redeliver hired or leased vehicle or personal property, and that bond is $3,000. Because he has bonds on both cases, I'm not going to appoint the public defender at this time.
You gonna waive his appearance, or you gonna have him come back, or?
Oh, did you say he's medical?
He's medical.
All right, I'll waive his appearance at this time.
Okay.
We'll contact the other county. Thank you, sir. Is the state ready for 33-day motions?
State is
sorry.
always ready, Your Honor.
The state's always ready?
It's always ready.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
We wanna
Once,
talk about
once
what
state is present in court.
Oh,
state is
okay.
always ready.
I was gonna say objection, counselor. Evidence to the contrary. Oh, no. All right. Stephen Harbison, 21 CF 293AO.
She granted the state filed notice of non-filing before the 33rd day.
Oh, and 290AO.
That she granted the state filed notice of non-filing before the 33rd day.
Michael Rodriguez, 21 CF 68.
Brought by the state, but I don't have a guarantee on that yet. But I think
Have you
that's
spoke
what's gonna
to Ms. Kennedy Swanson?
happen. What?
Have you spoke to Ms. Kennedy
I've
Swanson
talked
about?
to the state. She said I'd have to tell you.
He's on the bottom.
All right.
All right, he's in this.
Well, yeah. All right, sir, tell me your name.
Willie Farrell.
All right, Mr. Farrer, you are here in 2021 CF 1663 AO on a charge of tampering with a witness. The judge signing your warrant did find probable cause for your arrest. They set your bond in the amount of $2,000. Conditioning your bond, you had no contact with any victims or witnesses of this case. No weapons, no firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. And maintain a separate residence from the victim.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Kennedy Swanson, as to the 2021 CF, sorry, Mr. Blanker, put your name on record, I'm sorry.
Yes, Mark Blanker, attorney on behalf of Mr. Farrell. And what I had mentioned to the court with the prosecutor present was that he had a previous case last week
Yeah.
where he was arrested by the same Orlando police officer, Detective Cage, on charges of sex on potentially his wife's sister. This all arose after a divorce.
Okay.
We have some suspicions about that. But
All right.
here's the situation. The new case that they've arrested him on is not new to him doing something since he's been released. This case actually came from a search warrant that the officer performed on his residence at the time was at the Embassy Hilton Inn out on International Drive. And it's a piece of paper that's going to later be determined that my client had no way to deliver that to his wife. And it came from his law firm. And so I think the deal is we're asking the court not to revoke the bond on the case last week because this is not new and this did not happen since that time. It's just that the search occurred and then they decided to make this decision to ask Judge Bunyan to enter an arrest warrant. My client was arrested on that yesterday.
Ms. Kennedy Swanson, is this behavior since he was arrested on the new case, I guess is the question.
I can't see the new case. I don't see the warrant, so I don't know the dates, Your Honor. But I'll take defense.
No, the warrants.
Sorry?
The old case? You talking about the 2021 case?
No, the 21 case.
That was last week. He was arrested last week and bonded out last Thursday.
I'm sorry, this case that he's here for today, the tampering with witness case.
Yes, tampering witness case. You don't have a copy of the warrant?
I don't have the warrant.
Yeah, here.
I just need the date, that's all.
Oh, okay. According to the affidavit,
And then I can just compare it to the other case.
they did so on Tuesday, it starts on Tuesday, February 2nd, was when the search warrant was executed. As it relates to, I believe,
So this
the
would,
other case.
this case would be on the 4th. And he was arrested on the 4th for,
He was arrested on the 2nd,
oh, he was arrested.
February the 2nd.
Yeah, on the same day of his arrest, they did execute a search warrant on his residence.
That's fine with no action on the out of bond, Your Honor.
Right.
Because if he was arrested on the 2nd, I mean, they would have executed the search warrant the same day.
Yeah,
Correct.
exactly. All right. So the court's not gonna take any action on 2021 CF 1365 AO. Your bonds are as set in the other case. Have a great day, sir.
Bond out today. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Blanken, have a great day.
Yeah, see you soon.
Yep.
Thank you.
And can we do, was it Garfield or Guffrey and Lamb? Together? No, together, whenever we get to them.
Okay, you have to let.
Yeah, don't tell them, don't tell them. I think it's Guffrey is the one, it's Guffrey and Lamb, or two defendants I have, or Goffrey. You can do those together, it's the same PC thing. All right, sir, tell me your name.
Michael John Heron.
Mr. Herring, you are here in 2021 MM 959 AO on charge of trespass on property after a warning. The court did review the charging affidavit in this case. I did find probable cause for your arrest.
The offer,
Kenny Swanson's an offer for Mr.
the
Herring.
adjudication paper times, no, time served of 2 days, no return, no action on the out on bond, please.
Mr. Herring, do you want to accept this state's offer of adjudication of guilt, credit time served after this case?
No contest, yes, sir.
All right, can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter, the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? You put your hand down, sir. Sir, you are here in 2021 MM 959 AO on a charge of trespass on property after warning. That's a first degree misdemeanor. It's punishable by 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You said you want to enter a plea of no contest, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
You understand that in a plea of no contest, you're going to give up certain constitutional rights.
Yes, sir.
One of those rights is that you're going to give up the right to have a trial. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You understand you give up the right to have an attorney appointed to represent you at the trial?
Yes, sir.
At a trial, your attorney can challenge the state's evidence. They can question the state's witnesses and call witnesses on your behalf. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
If there's a witness that you wanted to call that did not want to come to court, the court can use subpoena powers to make that witness appear. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No, sir.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No, 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 sir.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or forced you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
You understand, by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, you could be subject to deportation.
Yes, sir.
I did review the facts of this case in the charging affidavit. I do find a factual basis for entering your plea. I'll accept your plea of no contest in this case. Find it is freely and voluntarily entered. I'll adjudicate you guilty of the charge. I will give you credit for the 2 days that you spent in the Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served. I'll impose court costs in the amount of $200 and cost of prosecution in the amount of $273. Those costs will be payable to the clerk within 1 year of today's date. I will give you have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. I won't take any action on 2021 CF 1617 AO. Have a great day, sir. Ma'am, can you tell me your name?
I'm Cheryl Lewis.
Ms. Lewis, you are here in 2021 MM 966 AO on charge of petty theft. The court did review the charging affidavit in this case. I did find probable cause for your arrest. States an offer for Ms. Lewis at this time?
There's not.
Ma'am, since there's no offer for the case, the court will release you on straight pretrial release in this case. I will make a condition of pretrial release that you do not return to the scene of this location and have no contact with any victims or witnesses in this case. Understand, ma'am?
Yes.
All right, have a great day.
You're appointed to PD, right?
Yes, I'm appointed public defender representative. Can you tell me your name, ma'am?
Roxanne Martin.
Ms. Martin, you are here in 2021 MM 949 AO on charge of possession of drug paraphernalia.
Your Honor, this time the state's gonna file no information.
The state has entered no information on your case, ma'am. So I will release you on your own recognizance as to this case. Have a great day.
It's up there.
Sir, tell me your name.
Tracy Michael.
Mr. Is it Mecco? Michael, okay. Mr. Michael, you are here in 2021 MM968AO on charge of trespass after warning and a conveyance. The court did review the charging affidavit in this case and did find probable cause for your arrest. Ms. Kenny Swanson, is there an offer for Mr. Michael?
Adjudication, credit for time served, no return.
Mr. Michael, the state of Florida is offering you an adjudication of guilt, credit time served. Is that an offer you'd like to take today? Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? Put your hand down, sir. Sir, you're here in 2021 MM968AO on charge of trespass after warning and a conveyance. That is a first-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable up to 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve this case? You understand why entering a plea of no contest, you give up the right to have a trial? And saying you give up the right to have an attorney appointed to represent you at a trial. At a trial, your attorney can challenge the state's evidence, they can question the state's witnesses and call witnesses on your behalf. You understand that? If there's a witness you want to call the court and that witness is not wanting to appear, the court can use the subpoena power to make that witness appear. Do you understand? Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, medication? Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness? Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
We have not
You
charged.
understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation. I did review the charging affidavit. In this case, I do find a factual basis for the entering of your plea. I'll accept your plea of no contest in this matter, find that your plea is free and voluntary entered. I'll adjudicate you guilty of the charge. I'll give you credit for 2 days in the Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served. I'll impose court costs and cost of prosecution amount of $273. I will make those costs payable directly to the clerk within 1 year of today's date. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. Have a great day, sir. Well, no info just means that they're not filing on the case right now. So
you want me to
they can
keep
technically file on the case again and have to release her on all of our own cognizance at that point.
Okay.
So the case is not gone, but she has to, they're technically making no information case, so she can get held. But I don't want to do that. All right, sir, tell me your name. Mr. Smith, you are here in 2021 MM956AO on charge of trespass on property after warning. The court did review the charging affidavit. In this case, it did find a factual basis for the entering of your plea. Ms. Kenny Swanson, you offer as to this case and maybe 562?
So as to this case, and then it's adjudication credit for time served, 2 days. As to the 562 case, adjudication credit for time served, cost of investigation of $170.22 to the Orlando Police Department. If the defendant takes the plea to both those cases, the state will file no information as to the 2021 MM717 case, but to explain to the defendant to not return to the airport.
Okay. And hold on, it's 171?
No, 170.22.
170.22. Ms. George, have you had an opportunity to speak to Mr. Smith, or?
Yes, Your Honor. He wants to accept the state's offer today.
Right. Mr. Smith, can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? You put your hand down. Mr. Smith, you are here in 2 matters, and that first one is 2021 MM956AO on charge of trespass on property after warning. That is a first-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable up to 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine. You're also here in 2021 MM562AO on charge of trespass on property after warning. That's also a first-degree misdemeanor, punishable by 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine. You want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve those 2 cases? You understand by entering a plea of no contest, you have to give up certain constitutional rights. One of those rights is you got to give up the right to have a trial. Do you understand that? You understand? You have to give up the right to have an attorney appointed to represent you at a trial. At a trial, your attorney can challenge the state's evidence. They can question the state's witnesses and call witnesses on your behalf. Do you understand that? If there was a witness you wanted to call that did not want to appear, the court can use a subpoena power to make that witness appear. Do you understand? Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication? Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness? Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea? You understand about entering this plea if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation. All right. So I did review the charging affidavit in this case, in 2021 MM956AO. I did find a factual basis for the entering of your plea. I also, while I was in chambers, reviewed 2021 MM562AO. I do find a factual basis for the entering of your plea in that case. I'll start by sentencing with 2021 MM956AO. I'll adjudicate you guilty of the charge. I'll give you credit for the 2 days that you spent in the Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served. I'll impose court costs, the cost of prosecution amount of $273. As the 2021 MM562AO, the court will adjudicate you guilty of that charge. Give you credit for the 2 days?
It's 5 days.
5 days in Orange County Jail on 562 with 5 days credit time served. I'll impose cost of investigation of $170.22 to the Orlando Police Department, plus court costs and cost of prosecution amount of $273. I'll make all those costs payable in one payment and the amount of one, combine them for payment, and they all be due within 1 year of today's date. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. Sir, do not, or of course, going to order you not to return to the airport unless you have a ticket and you're flying somewhere. All right? Otherwise, you're going to keep doing this kind of thing. Ms. Kenny Swanson, you want to tell them about 2021 MM717?
The state will file no information, Your Honor, as to that case.
All right. Have a great day, sir.
And you said no return, right?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me your name, ma'am.
Janice Danielle Vaughn.
Denise Danielle, what's your last name?
Janice, Jenice, Danielle Vaughn, Beaugh.
All right, Vaughn.
He gave me Vaughn.
Oh, okay, I thought that was like word. I was like,
I know, I thought you said Vaughn.
yeah, I was like, all right. All right, ma'am, you are here in 2021 MM969AO on a charge of trespass after warning. Ms. Kennedy Swanson, is that all for Ms. Vaughn to consider?
Adjudication of guilt, credit for time served, no return.
Ms. Vaughn, the state is offering you an adjudication of guilt, credit time served to resolve your case today. Is that something you want to do?
Yes, I want to plead no contest.
All right, can you raise your right hand and be sworn in?
I'm sorry?
Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Other hand. Your other right. There you go. No problem. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
I should start like raising my left hand to make people mirror me. All right, put your hand down. Ma'am, you are here in 2021 MM969AO on a charge of trespass after warning and a conveyance. That's a first-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable up to 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You told me that you want to enter a plea of no contest. Is that correct?
Yes.
You understand about entering a plea of no contest, you have to give up certain constitutional rights.
Yes.
One of those, you understand that one of those rights is the right to have a trial on this matter?
Yes.
You understand you have the right to have an attorney appointed to represent you at a trial?
Yes.
At a trial, your attorney can challenge the state's evidence, they can question the state's witnesses, and call witnesses on your behalf. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
You understand you give the right to have the court use the subpoena power to make witnesses appear that you want to come to court?
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
Right now, no.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or forced you to enter this plea?
No.
Sorry. Do you understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation?
Yes, I understand.
All right. The court did review the charging affidavit in this case. I did find a factual basis for the entering of your plea. I'll accept your plea of no contest in this case. Find it freely and voluntarily entered. I'll adjudicate you guilty of the charge. I'll give you credit for the one day in Orange County Jail with 1 day credit time served. And I'll impose court cost of prosecution amount of $273. I will make those costs payable directly to the clerk within 1 year of today's date. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. You understand that?
Sir.
Have a great day, ma'am. Here we go.
Luis Force.
Yes.
Mental health.
All right, Mr. Luis Force is here in 2021 MM9AA. I'll appoint a public defender to represent him. Ms. George, you want to waive his appearance?
Yes, Your Honor, we'll waive.
He's here for a failure to appear warrant. The judge set his bonds in about $250 and $100. The bonds remain as set. Right. Can you tell me your name, ma'am?
Holly McNulty.
All right, Mr. McNulty, you are here in 2020 MM 3912AO. On a failure to appear warrant, the judge in your case set your bond in the amount of $2,000. Your bond remain as set, taking no action on 2020 CT 6878AO.
There's an offer in this case. It's an adjudication of guilt, credit for time served, no return to the Walmart, cost of investigation of $41.56 to the Orlando Police Department, restitution in the amount of $4.97 to Walmart.
I did it again. What was your cost of investigation? I'm sorry, Ms. Benny Swanson.
$41.56 to the Orlando Police Department. 4156.
All right, ma'am. The state of Florida is offering you an adjudication of guilt, credit for time served. There's some cost of investigation and court costs involved. Is that something you want to do to resolve this case?
Yes.
Do you understand that a plea in this case, this case can be used at a later date to enhance your sentencing up to a third-degree felony?
If I get charged again.
Yep, if you get charged with this term again, they can charge you with a third-degree felony.
Okay.
You understand that? All right, you want to raise your right hand and be sworn in? You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, put your hand down. Ma'am, you are here in 2020 MM 3919AO on a charge of petty theft with one prior theft conviction. That is a first-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable up to 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine. Do you understand that? Do you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve this case?
Guilty.
I can't hear you.
Guilty.
You understand by entering a plea of guilty in this case, you give the right to have a trial in this matter.
Yes.
You understand you give the right to have an attorney appointed to represent you at a trial.
Yes.
At a trial, the state will have to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt, and your attorney will have the ability to challenge the state's evidence, question the state's witnesses, and call witnesses on your behalf. Do you understand that?
Yes.
If there was a witness you wanted to call that you wanted to come to court, but that witness did not want to come to court, the court can use a subpoena power to make that witness appear. Do you understand?
Yes.
You understand you have the right to appeal any matters in this case, except the court's jurisdiction over you and the sentence I'm going to impose. You understand that this conviction could be used at a later date to enhance your sentencing up to a third-degree felony.
Yes.
You understand you have the right to remain silent as to this charge.
Yes.
All right. Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication at this time?
No.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
Yes.
What was that mental health illness?
Bipolar, manic depression was.
All right. Do you take any medications for your bipolar disorder?
Yes.
Those medications help you understand the world around you?
Yes.
Are you suffering from any of the symptoms of your mental health illnesses at this time?
No.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea? No. You understand about entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation.
Yes.
I actually did take a chance to look at this case before I came to court this afternoon. So I did find a factual basis for the entering of your plea based on the charging affidavits contained. I will accept your plea of guilty in this case, find that it's freely and voluntarily entered. I will adjudicate you guilty of the charge. I'll give you credit for the
2 days.
2 days that you have in the Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served. I will impose cost of investigation of $41.56 to Orlando Police Department. Ms. Kenny Swanson, that's correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And I will impose cost of prosecution amount of $273. I'll combine all those costs for payment, and if you have to make those payments, you have to pay that amount within 1 year of today's date. You understand?
Yes.
All right. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment sentence in writing. You understand?
Yes.
All right. And you have this other DUI case, so that you still have to make sure you make your court dates on that case, all right?
Yes.
You see what happens if you don't come to court, right?
Yes.
All right. So you got 30 days to appeal your judgment and sentence in this case. Have a great day, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right, sir, tell me your name. All right, Mr. Reyes Martinez, you are here in 2021 MM1932BO for a failure to appear warrant. The judge in that case set your bond in the amount of $500. Ms. Kenny Swanson, you have offer for this case as well?
What's his last name?
We're Reyes Martinez, correct?
I don't have his file. Can I get the case number again, Your Honor?
2020 MM193BO.
193. I don't have an offer, Your Honor.
I'm tired today.
I don't have an offer.
Okay. All right, Mr. Reyes Martinez, the state does not offer to resolve your case. The court is going to stay your bonds in the amount of $500. I'm going to tell you that you need to go report when you get out of our custody. You understand that? No, don't talk to me about your case because everything you're saying is being recorded. As to your bond amounts, it's $500. I can't change that. I can't do anything about that. But the law does say once you leave this jail, you're going to have to go to the sheriff's office and report as a sex offender or sexual violence or sexual predator. So make sure you get that done. If you don't, then you'll be seeing me soon. All right? I'll appoint a public defender to represent you while you're here in my custody. But have a great day, sir. Yeah, I did. Because I'm not sure if you're going to be able to get out. All right, ma'am, tell me your name.
Sir Malcolm Rancharion.
Oh, sorry. Say again?
Malcolm Rancharion.
All right. All right, Mr. Sharon, you are here in 2021 MO201AO on a city ordinance violation for disorderly conduct. I did review the charging affidavit in this case. I did find a probable cause for your arrest. State you have an offer on behalf of the city.
Withhold credit for time served.
Mr. Sharon, the offer for the city is a withhold adjudication of guilt, credit time served, an offer you want to take today.
I don't believe I understand time served with. I don't understand. I'm sorry, sir.
No problem. Ms. George, let's have a moment to speak with you, all right?
Okay, Your Honor.
I'm sorry.
Do you have any more questions that Ms. George can answer for you?
No, sir.
All right. All right, did you want to take the offer, or did you want?
Please,
Okay.
I'll take it.
All right, could you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Raise your right hand and be sworn in. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, put your hand down. Sir, you are here in 2021 MO 201AO on a charge of disorderly conduct. That is a second-degree misdemeanor punishable by 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve the case today?
No contest.
No,
All right, do you want to enter a plea of, like, no contest?
no contest,
All right.
yes.
Do you understand by entering a plea of no contest, you're going to give up certain constitutional rights? Do you understand that?
Yes,
One of those rights, you give up the right to have a trial. Do you understand that?
yes,
They're saying you give up the right to have the court appoint an attorney to represent you at a trial. Do you understand that?
yes,
At a trial, your attorney can challenge the state's evidence. They can question the state's witnesses and call witnesses on your behalf. Do you understand that?
yes,
If there was a witness that wanted to call and did not want to appear, the court can use the subpoena power to make that witness appear. Do you understand?
yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication at this time?
No.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
Yes.
What was that mental health illness?
I'm not sure, sir.
All right. Do you take your medications for that mental health illness?
No.
Are you suffering from any of the symptoms of this mental health illness?
No.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No.
You understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation.
Yes.
I will. The court did review the charging affidavit in this case. I did find a factual basis for the entering of your plea. I'll accept your plea of no contest as to this charge. Find it is freely and voluntarily entered. I'll withhold adjudication of guilt. I'll give you credit for the 2 days that you spent in the Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served. And I will impose court costs in amount of $223. I'll make those costs payable directly to the clerk within 1 year of today's date. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Have a great day, sir.
Thank you.
Can you tell me your name, sir?
Devontae Anthony.
Mr. Anthony, you are here in 2021 CF 1645AO on a charge of grand theft, motor vehicle, and petty theft. The court did review the charging affidavit. In this case, I did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to set your bond in count one amount of $1,000, count two $150. Condition of the bonds, no contact with any victims or witnesses. I'll put the public defender to represent you. Have a great day, sir.
Was there a no return as well, Your Honor?
That was the hard part. I was going to order no return, but yeah, no return to the scene, sir. Don't go back. All right.
Yes, sir.
Have a great day, sir.
Thank you.
All right, tell me your name.
Gabriel Lee Barcinas.
All right, Mr. Barcinas, you are here in two matters. The first one is 2021 CF 1632AO. You're here on charges of burglary of conveyance, criminal mischief, and petty theft with a prior theft conviction. You're also here in 2021 CF 1586AO on charges of burglary of conveyance, petty theft, and criminal mischief. And 2021 CF 1586, the judge signed your warrant. It's already found probable cause. Go stay your bonds as to those cases in the amount of $1,000 and $1,500 as account 1, $500 as account 2, $150 as account 3. Condition of the bond, no contact with any victims or witnesses, no return to the scene of the location. As to 2021 CF 1586, the court did review the charging affidavit in that case. It did find probable cause for your arrest. Going to stay your bonds as set in that case. Amount $3,500 is account 1, $500 is account 2, and $500 is account 3. Condition of those bonds do not return to the scene. No contact with any victims or witnesses. You are out on bond when this happened in 2020, CF 12384. And in that case, the court is going to revoke that bond. We're going to set new bonds in the amount of $0. We're going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this case. Have a great day, sir.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
saying he didn't have a PD here either.
Your Honor, Darius Boyd, behavior.
All right, this is Darius Boyd, 2021 CF 1639AO. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent him, Ms. George.
Your Honor, will waive.
Ms. Kennedy Swanson, do you want me to release him, just release him, or PTR?
PTR.
All right. I'll place him on pretrial release. No drugs, no alcohol. So he'll be subject to random drug and alcohol testing at his expense. I'll give him a 30-day grace period.
Rayshawn Brown, medical.
All right, this is Rayshawn Brown, 2021 CF 1651 AO. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent him on his case.
Will waive, Your Honor.
All right. I'm going to waive his appearance. I want to state his bonds as set in this case, other than count 2. I was struggling to find a probable cause in that one. So Ms. Kennedy Swanson.
I'm sorry, Your Honor?
Count 2, the destruction of evidence, or I guess tampering with evidence charge.
No objection to ROR on that.
All right, I'll read some of the cognizance as to that charge. I'll say the rest of the bonds as set, in the amount of $1,000 and $100 and $100 on the remaining counts. He was out on bond in 2020 CF 14097 AO.
No objection and no action. That was a November 24th arrest. We've made no decisions. There's really
Yeah.
nothing in the file.
I was going to ask, that was my next question. Did you file the case yet?
No, Your Honor.
All right, I'm not going to take any action as to that charge.
John Campbell, bonded.
All right, Campbell's out of here. And is this Ms. Carter? All right. Tell me your name, ma'am.
Khadijah Carter.
All right, Ms. Carter, you're here in 2020 CF 8904AO on a failure to appear warrant. The judge set your bond in the amount of $0. Your bond remain at $0. We're going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this case. And we'll get you on to your next court date and possibly a bond hearing. Have a great day, man. All right, sir, tell me your name.
Brandon Clark.
Mr. Clark, you are here in 2019 CF 16057BO. You're arrested on a warrant where the judge previously found probable cause for your arrest. You're arrested on a warrant where the judge found probable cause for your arrest. The judge in that case, set your bonds as follows, and the court is going to state the bonds as follows. That's the RICO charge, an amount of $250,000. The conspiracy to engage in the racketeering, $250,000. Each charge of grand theft in the amount of $5,000. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this case. I'm not sure if they represent another co-defendant of yours, but they will get you. Can you hear me, or you have needed hearing devices?
Yes, I can use.
All right. We'll appoint a public defender to represent you in this case, and then get you on to a bond hearing where we can flush out some other issues. All right. Have a great day, sir. All right.
Your Honor, can I have just a moment? Okay, Your Honor, we're ready to proceed.
All right. Can you tell me your name, sir? Tell me your name.
Clay.
All right, Mr. Clay, you are here in 2021 CF 1654AO on 2 charges. The first one is trafficking in MDMA or ecstasy, and the second charge is visiting officer without violence. The court did find probable cause for both of those charges. You want to state your bonds amount of $50,000 as the count 1 and $100 as the count 2. If you were out on bond when this happened in 2020 CF 14779AO. And in that case, the court is going to revoke that bond. I'm going to set new bonds at $0. I want to appoint the public defender to represent you in all your cases.
Your Honor, would you be willing to revoke the bond and set a new bond on his out on bond case and reduce his bond on count 1 to $1,000?
Allegations in the new case that you were trafficking in methamphetamine or 3,4 methamphetamine, which is also known as Molly, MDMA, or ecstasy. The allegations on the out on bond case were the same. So, of course,
Don't talk about the facts.
based on what the legislature tells me to do, is not willing to do that. So have a great day, sir.
No, you have to set a hearing. So you can bond on one, you cannot bond on the second one. You have no bond.
Even if it was, I never bonded out.
All right, Mr. Clay, you talk to Mr. George. You got to step on to the next time. I have another gentleman behind you waiting to speak to me. Good afternoon, sir. Tell me your name.
That's why Mario Davis.
All right, Mr. Davis, you are here in 2021 CF 1624 on a charge of a sex offender failure to report. The judge signing your warrant has already found probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to set your bond in that matter amount of $2,500. You are out on bond for the same offense in 2020 CF 6897AO. The court's finding probable cause that you committed a new law offense is going to revoke that bond, set new bonds at $0. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you in all your cases. Hey, hold. Don't talk about your case. Talk to your attorney.
Good job. Your Honor. Your Honor, would you be willing to set a higher bond on his out on bond case?
Not when it involves the same conduct. And I will tell you like this, Mr. Davis. So, Mr. Davis, so you understand me. It looks like based on what I have in front of me that you've been either convicted or labeled as a sex offender since 2014. That was, I don't know how many times in years you spent in prison, or if you did any prison time at all.
I just got out of prison, so.
All right, so when you did that, you had to go register, and you had a discussion. I'm telling you right now, before you leave this, when we get out of here,
I have to
that's why I
go
tell everybody again. It's why I tell when every judge that sits here tells every person they report that is a sex offender, you have to go report immediately, because otherwise, what's going to happen? Exactly what's happened to you.
Right.
So since you did follow that direction, I don't have faith that you're going to be able to follow my directions further. So since that, right now, when we hold you at no bond as to the old case, you have a bond as to the new case, you can get in front of that judge, and a lot of judges be able to do that.
You know, and I want you to understand that every time I've been arrested on this, I'm been arrested, at that time, they're being registered at that time. So it's not like I'm just like running and just trying to hide. I mean, I just get the time, the dates wrong that I'm supposed to be there arrested. But every time I ever been arrested on any one of these charges,
I understand. It's,
like the warrant came out on the same day that I was right there in front of the
arrest. It's very difficult to be a sex offender or sexual predator in the state of Florida. The legislature really made it that way. But if you want us to live here, you're going to have to comply with all the rules.
Right,
So,
I'm just not, just Corona got us going, checking in every month instead of every 6 months. Like I said, you know, like every time I've ever been arrested, I've been there at that sheriff office trying to register. So I didn't like I was running. So I'm not that rebellious. Thank you.
No problem. Have a great day, sir. All right, tell me your name, sir.
Donald Dixon.
All right, Mr. Dixon, you are here in two matters. The first one is 2021 CT 1119AO on a charge of driver license suspended. And you were here in 2021 CF 1657AO on charges of possession of cocaine with intent to sell and deliver, possession of cocaine, grand theft motor vehicle, and 2 counts of possession of drug paraphernalia. I did review both charging affidavits in both cases. I did find probable cause for your arrest as to both charges. I'm going to state your bonds as to the driver license suspended charge, amount of $500. I'm going to set your bond as to count 1 of your felony charge, 2021 CF 1657, an amount of $10,000. I wanted to stay your bond in possession of cocaine. Well, actually, I'm going to stay your bond amount of $1,000 as to your possession of cocaine. I'm going to stay the bond as to the grand theft motor vehicle charge. I'm going to stay your bond amount of $100 as to the drug paraphernalia charge. I'm going to release you ROR as to the count 5 drug paraphernalia charge. Condition of your bonds, do not possess any drugs or alcohol while out on release. You are to not have any contact with any victims or witnesses, and no return to the scene of where this incident happened.
We would just
The
ask.
public defender represents you, so now Ms. George can talk to me. What's going on?
Your Honor, we would just ask, you said 10,000 on which count?
On the possession of cocaine with intent to sell and deliver.
We would just ask that you reduce that bond down to $1,000.
Not based on the facts that I read in this affidavit. But you can have a bond hearing in front of your division judge, and they may be more inclined to do that at that time. All right, tell me your name, sir.
Omar Esnoval.
Mr. Esteval, you are here in 2021 CF 1655AO on charge of aggravated attempt to flee and elude with injury or property damage. The court did review the charging affidavit. Ms. Kenny Swanson, I was struggling with the property damage part of it, but I do find probable cause for fleeing and attempt to elude for lights and sirens.
That's fine, Aaron.
All right. Because the accident happened, and then the alleged fleeing happened.
Is that the same statute?
The same statute, different statute, subsection.
You know what subsection it is? Pull it up.
Subject. 316-1935 subject.
Okay, thank you.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
All right. Sir, we're going to set your bonds in this case in an amount of all these convictions, juvenile convictions, or they're all these adult convictions?
Those are adult convictions.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to set your bond amount of $1,500 in this case. The issuing bonds, no operating a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. No drugs, no alcohol. All right, sir, tell me your name.
Demetrius Galloway.
Say again?
Demetrius Galloway.
All right. Mr. Gelwood, you are here in 2021 CF 1327AO for a violation of your sex offender failure to report. The judge signing your warrant has found probable cause for your arrest. I want to set your bond amount of $2,500 as to that charge. You also seem to have a federal probation hold, possibly. The condition of your bonds as to this case, though, is that you have, within 48 hours of your release, you must report to the Orange County Sheriff's Office and report. You understand me? So whenever you're released, you have 48 hours to get to the Sheriff's Office and report, all right? Now, they may take you to federal custody while you're here. I don't know what's going to happen with that. You got to talk to the district judge about that, okay? Yeah, I mean, let's make sure you understand what's going on. You understand what's going on?
No, Your Honor, about the federal custody thing. Can you say that again?
Seems that you're on federal probation.
Yes, sir.
So the federal government is a separate sovereign entity from the state of Florida.
All right.
The state of Florida is charging you with failing to register as a sex offender. The laws in the state of Florida say that you have the 48 hours within leaving here to go register. That's going to be a condition of your bond as well. So whenever you get released, go do that. But the federal government may take you into custody before that happens. I don't know what's going to happen, which is what I'm telling you. So I'm not promising you that the feds are going to come pick you up tomorrow, 2 days from now, 5 days from now. I don't know when they're going to come pick you up, or if they're going to do it at all, because I have no control over that. That's the federal government. Understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. Have a great day, sir. All right. Can I get Mr. Lamb as well?
Lamping?
Yep. Lamping.
Lamping is behavior.
All right. Yep. Well, I'll get Ms. Godfrey. All right, ma'am, can you tell me your name?
Jamie Jeffrey.
You gotta speak up.
Jamie Jeffrey.
Mr. Jeffrey, you are here in 2021 CF 1647AO on charges of neglect of a child, possession of methamphetamine, and possession of drug paraphernalia. The court did review the charging affidavit in this case and did find probable cause for those charges. I'm going to set your bond in count 1, amount of $5,000. Bonds account 2, an amount of $1,000. And stay your bond in the amount of $100 as to count 3. Condition of your bond, you have no contact with the victim in this case that you made. That no contact order can be modified by the dependency judge. And you had no contact with any co-defendants or witnesses, including Mr. Lamping. You understand that? I'll appoint a public defender to represent you. Have a great day, man. All right, yes, you, Mr. Lamping. All right, this is Joseph Lamping. It's 2021 CF 1646AO. I'll appoint a public defender to represent him for the purposes of this hearing. Ms. George, you want to waive his appearance?
Yes, Your Honor, we'll wait.
All right, the court did review the charging affidavit in this case. His co-defendant was just here, found probable cause for his arrest. I'm going to set his bond amount of $5,000 in count 1 as well, and I'll state a bond amount of $100 as to count 2. I will condition of his bond had no contact with the victim in this case, no contact with any victims or any witnesses, including his co-defendant in this case. Those no contact orders can be modified by the dependency judge as needed.
Thank you.
All right, tell me your name, sir.
Eric Hartley, sir.
All right. Mr. Harden, you are here in
This is Hartley, I believe, Your Honor.
Hartley. What happened to Daniel Harden? Danny Harden? Well, I'll deal with Mr. Hartley while he's here, but all right. This is Mr. Hartley, and so I was looking for Mr. Harden.
Oh.
All right, Mr. Hartley, you are here in 2021 CF 1628AO on charge of failure to register as a sex offender. That is and the court did, the judge signing your warrant has already found probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to set your bond in this case around $2,500. You are out on probation in 2019 CF 14427AO out of Orange County. The court is going to revoke, going to find an on-view violation of your probation. I'm going to set your bond at $0. You are a habitual violent.
I can't hear you, sir.
Oh, you can't hear me?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You need the hearing devices?
No, I think the door was open. It was hard when the door was open.
All right, what's the last thing you heard? Cover your face. Cover your face.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There you go. Now tell me what's the last thing you heard, so I don't have to repeat all of that.
I have my bond is set at $2,500.
Okay.
For the trade register.
Correct.
And then, minimum probation.
Yep.
And then it's $0.
All right, so you're out on probation in 2019 CF 14427AO. In that case, the court is going to find an on-view violation, seeing that you're a probable cause that it was a new law offense was committed. I'm going to set a $0 bond on that case.
So there's another case.
Well, the case you're on probation for. I'm violating you. I'm going to find a violation of your probation, an on-view violation of your probation.
So I have no bond then?
In that case, no.
You're
And you're a habitual violent felony offender, a special concern. So you're not entitled to release until that violation of probation is resolved. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you. So Ms. George is going to tell me what's going on.
Your Honor, we would just ask that you set a bond on his violation.
The law doesn't allow it.
The thing is, I'm on probation.
Don't talk about
So, sir, cover your face.
She knows.
The offense that you're on probation for.
But I took.
Listen to me. The offense you're on probation for qualifies you as a violent felony of special concern. The legislature told us that you shall not be admitted to bail until your case is resolved.
It's public record that I'm registered.
That's fine.
If you kindly look at a DMV, I'm registered. At my address, I am registered.
That's fine.
That's all I'm saying. I'm registered SO through my address and also through the Sheriff's Department. It's public record.
You may have a defense to this. That's great. That's wonderful if you do. And if you go to trial and you can resolve that, or you can get the state of Florida to drop it.
Why am I here?
But the state of Florida, well, the judge, somebody signed a warrant saying there was probable cause for your arrest. That's why you're here. But the law tells me I can't let you walk out those doors without dealing with a violation first. So I'm just doing what the law tells me to do, and hopefully if you did what the law told you to do, there's nothing to worry about. All right, I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you. Have a great day.
Does he have reporting requirements for this?
Yes, oh, Mr. Hart. Yeah. He ain't going nowhere.
So you want me to just put reporting requirements?
Yeah.
Okay.
I couldn't tell. I just pulled him up on DLC real quick before I came over. That's fine. Community control and probation. He still can't. He can't be admitted to bail. All right, sir. Tell me your name.
Is Danny Lee Hardin Jr.
All right, Mr. Harding, you are here in 2021 CF 1612AO on charges of driver's license suspended and resisting officer without violence. I'm going to review the charging affidavit in this case. I found probable cause to add to those two charges. I'm going to stay your bonds as set and $2,500 as the count one and $100 as the count two. You have an out-of-county probation violation from Seminole County based on these allegations, and your bond is set at $0 as to that.
Your Honor, would you be willing to set a bond on a violation of probation? He is currently employed, and he runs the risk of losing his employment.
And I'm sorry, and losing my place too.
Wait. Trying to understand. So he's on probation for some kind of fraud case or grand theft case out of Seminole County. Is that correct, Ms. Kenny Swanson or Ms. Davis? Don't talk to me. You can dig yourself a hole if you want to. We're saying here it's being recorded.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And this grand theft motor vehicle case is the case that where he's on probation for? Or is this? Because I'm trying to figure out, is these two things the same thing? I didn't chance to really look at this record. Because his last conviction, grand theft motor vehicle, is that the case he's out on probation for?
One moment, Your Honor.
And I believe it was for failure to return rental property.
Yeah, Your Honor, he's on probation out of Seminole County for fraud rental property.
All right.
2 counts.
Your Honor, my clients.
Hold on. Well, because this all can be academic, because I can do that, Mr. Hartley, and then Seminole County come pick you up on a warrant, and I'll see you like in 2 days.
That's fine.
But
as long as I can take care of what I need to take care of at home, I go back to Seminole County, but I got kids and I got a job that I got to take care of.
Yep. I'm just trying. I'm just looking at what's going on with this case.
With this case?
I read a lot of affidavits. I'm trying to refresh my recollection here. All right, as to the violation of probation, I'll set your bond amount of $2,500. But like I said, no, because it's an on-view violation, so I can technically set it.
Are you filing it on you?
No, they filed a violation of probation. They didn't file a warrant. Hold on, wait a second. Hold on, Mr. Harding. Let me make sure I'm correct. I didn't see a warrant in there.
I only have 2 cases, and that's a Seminole County case for VOP.
Because I want to make sure they didn't file. I don't see a warrant. Was there a warrant issue?
It was an on-view.
Yes, on view.
We don't have that. Like,
Yeah, so that's what the deputy that arrested him filed a violation as part of one of the charges, which is an on-view violation by him.
for Seminole County?
Yeah, for Seminole County.
I only have 2. I didn't have
So I appoint a public defender to represent Mr. Harling. So like I said, you're gonna borrow time, my friend, because Seminole County's gonna come pick you up, and then you should probably just go over there. And, save you the ride, but it's up to you.
All right, so it's $2,500, right?
Yep. Well, talk to Ms. George first. All right, have a good day, sir. All right, tell me your name, ma'am.
Chantel Henderson.
Say your name again.
Chantel Henderson.
All right, Ms. Henderson, you are here in 2021 CF 1650AO on charge of possession of methamphetamine, possession of MDMA and ecstasy. The court did review the charging affidavit. I did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to release you on pretrial release in this case. You cannot possess any drugs or alcohol, And, you cannot possess any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You'll be subject to random drug testing at your expense. I'll give you a 30-day grace period to get any of the narcotics out of your system before the first test happens. All right, have a good day, man. All right, tell me your name, sir. Your name? All right. Mr. Hines, you are here in 2021 CF 10626AO on a charge of failure. We were arrested on a failure to appear warrant. The judge set your bonds amount of 500, 100, and 100 each. Your bonds will stay as set. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you in this case. You have bonds, 500, 100, and 100. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you.
You can bond, you send your bonds, those are your bonds. Okay.
All right, have a great day, sir. All right, tell me your name, sir.
Dennis Hoover.
All right, Mr. Hoover, you're here in 2021 CF 1656AO on charge of possession of synthetic cannabis. Court did review charging affidavit. In this case, I did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to stay your bonds. I'm going to set your bond amount of $1,000 as to this case.
From 1,500, right?
Yeah, it's 1,000. Yeah. And then, you're out on bond in 2020 CF 1109AO. Of course, we're going to revoke that bond, set a new bond amount of $1,000. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Have a great day, sir. Hello, sir. Can you tell me your name?
I couldn't hear you.
Can you tell me your name?
Clyde Johnson.
Mr. Johnson, you are here in 2020 CF 10058AO on charge of grand theft.
Yeah, I did all the
No,
time.
hold on.
Okay.
The judge signed your warrant, set your bond amount of $1,500. We'll, of course, going to set your bond amount of $1,000. Condition of the bond, no return to the scene, no contact with any victims or witnesses. Going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this case.
Okay, what am I actually in trouble for? Because I haven't even been in the state.
Not sure.
So I'd ask for a PR bond so I can get home to Colorado.
Well, you have a bond. I'm not stopping you from traveling.
I know, but I don't have anybody that can answer the phone from out of state. I mean, I've already served all the time on this case anyway.
I don't know. Ms.
Anyway, I can
Swanson,
get a
you know
PR
anything
bond?
about Mr. Johnson's case?
I'm sorry?
You know anything about Mr. Johnson's case?
I do not. I can look though. I have a moment. We received it in June of 2019.
which was in Alaska.
Let's see. I mean, the synopsis is that he was at Pet Boys on West Colonial Drive, and he brought his vehicle in to get serviced, signed an agreement to pay $400 and something. They performed the service. He returned to the store. I'm sorry, the victim manager returned to the store and the vehicle was missing.
All right, so it sounds like that's a services case.
Okay.
All right, have a great day, sir. All right, tell me your name, sir.
Tony Anthony Key.
All right, Mr. Key, you're here in 2021 CF 1415 AO on charge a battery on a person 65 years or older. The judge signed your warrant has already found probable cause for your arrest. You're going to stay your bonds in that case amount of $2,500. There'll be no contact with the victim in that case. No return to the scene of the incident. Do not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. I want to appoint the public defender to represent you in this case, sir.
Latoya Key, mental health.
All right. This is Latoya Key, 2021 CF 1649 AO. She's arrested on a charge of battery on a security officer.
Yeah.
George, you want to appoint the public defender to represent you in this case?
Your Honor, we'll waive.
All right, the court did find probable cause for her arrest. I guess I got a question for, when was the last time she was evaluated? I'll have to ask you this somebody. 'Cause you got a lot of cases open.
Yes.
And most of them seem to be non-violent. This seems to be an escalation and possibly the breakdown of her mental health.
Sorry, Your Honor. I show. She had all I see in here, Your Honor, is that there was a motion to determine competency, and then she had an evaluation done on May 27th of 2020, which indicated that she was incompetent. Let me just pull this up. But I'm not sure if she had any other evaluations.
All right.
Yeah, she was ruled incompetent. She wasn't competent. And that was the last one that I see, May 27th of 2020.
Yeah. And at that time, they weren't recommending state hospital, I'm guessing. And she was put on conditional release.
They did not. It just recommended social services, benefit, psychiatric treatment, Your Honor.
All right, the court's gonna say her bond amount $2,500. We're going to make additional bond. She may have no return to the scene, no contact with any victims or witnesses. She not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms she has need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of her release. If you weren't in a COVID pandemic at the jail, I would probably take action on her other cases, but I'm not going to at this time, even though I do think that she probably has reached the point of restoration where state hospital is appropriate. So, no. All right. Tell me about Mr. McIntosh.
Ronald McIntosh, he's behavior.
All right. It's 2021 1630 AO. Mr. Ronald McIntosh, we're going to appoint a public defender to represent him in that case. Ms. George.
We'll waive his appearance, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. McIntosh was also on a warrant for, my sheet says first degree murder, but it's attempted first degree murder. That's what the warrant said, correct? Yeah, the warrant says attempted.
Probably a scrivener's error from the warrant.
Yeah. I'm saying I usually go off the warrant, but attempted first degree murder, aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, firing a missile or into a dwelling, and criminal mischief. The judge has already found probable cause for his arrest as to those charges. The question is, to count one, state you asked me to hold him at no bond.
Yes, Your Honor.
And Ms. George.
No argument, Your Honor. We reserve the right to have an Arthur hearing in the trial division.
All right, court will remain, keep him at no bond as to count one, $25,000 is to count two, $10,000 is to count three, and $5,000 is to count four. No return to the scene. Do not have any contact with any victims or witnesses. May not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms he has need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of his release.
I'm sorry, what was the bond on count 2, Your Honor?
Let's left it on what's on the warrant, $25,000.
Okay, thank you.
Tell me your name, sir.
Michael Modesti.
All right, Mr. Modesky, you are here for 2021 CF 1178 AO on charge of aggravated assault with deadly weapon and criminal mischief. Judge setting your bonds and count one set the amount of $10,000 and then count two set at $1,000. That's a little high. I'm going to reduce count one to the amount into $2,500. State of bond is to count two in the amount of $1,000. Condition of the bonds, you have no contact with any victims or witnesses, and you do not return to the scene of this location. You do not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release.
Ruben Ramos, he refused court.
All right, this is Mr. Ruben Ramos, 2021 CF 1609 AO. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent him. Ms. George.
Your Honor, we'll waive.
On that waiver, the court did review the charging affidavit. In this case, it did find probable cause for both charges. The court is going to state his bonds as set, I believe, in the amount of $1,000 and sorry. Count one, I'm going to set the bond amount of $1,000. Count two in the amount of $100. He was out on release in 2020 CF 9921 AO. The court is going to revoke that release. Well, first of all, Ms. Kenny Swanson, did you file on those cases, on the felony cases?
On yes, on 29921, that has pretrial March the 2nd. And then on the 20 MM 7416, it has pretrial February the 15th.
All right, going to revoke that bond.
You're revoking both of them, Your Honor?
Yeah, I was going to revoke both of them in both cases. In the misdemeanor case.
You gonna set him at none?
Yep.
Okay.
And set up at none, based on his criminal history. All right, tell me your name, sir.
I'm sorry, Your Honor?
Tell me your name.
Jim John Romanowski.
All right. Mr. Romanowski, you're here in 2019 CF 3399AO. On your arrest on a failure to appear warrant. The judge in that case set your bond at $0.
Yes, Your Honor.
Your bond remain at $0. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in that case. Have a great day, sir. No, the law tells me I can't change a capious warrant, so you gotta talk to the judge. You gotta talk to the judge who sent it. Hello, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Deontay Shackelford.
Mr. Shackelford, you are here in 2021 CF 1641AO on charges of possession of cannabis with intent to sell and deliver and resisting officer without violence. The court did review the charging affidavit. In this case, I did find probable cause for your arrest. And Ms. Kenny Swanson, do you guys follow on these felony cases, these older ones?
Mrs. Shackelford?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Sorry.
All have been filed. 2020 CF 14699 has an arraignment tomorrow. 20 CF 3542 has a trial period beginning on the 15th. 2019 CF 12448 and 20 CF 10411 also have a trial period beginning on the 15th.
All right. I'm going to state your bonds as set in these cases, amount of $1,000 and $500 respectively. That's 2020 CF 14699 and 2020 CF 3542 and 2019 CF 12448 and 2020 CF 10411. The court is going to revoke those bonds. Going to set new bonds in the amount of $0. Going to appoint a public defender to represent you in this case, on all your in all your cases. Have a great day, sir.
Robert Shaw, Nelson.
All right, this is Robert Shaw in case 2021 CF 1634AO. I'm appointing a public defender to represent him, Ms. George.
We'll waive, Your Honor.
All right, the court did review the charging affidavit. In this case, it did find probable cause for his arrest. Say what you asked me to do is to count 1 and 2.
Need to be held at no bond as count 1 and 2.
All right. And Ms. George?
No argument. We reserve the right to have an Arthur hearing in the trial division.
All right, the court will say his bonds and counts 1 and 2 at $0. As to count 3, the court set a bond amount of $5,000. Condition of his bonds had no contact with any victims or witnesses. Possesses of weapons or firearms, any weapons or firearms he has need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of his release, and no return to the scene of the incident. All right, tell me your name, sir. I'm Mr. Solomon. You are here in 2021 CF 1614AO on a charge of grand theft motor vehicle. Grand theft. The court did review the charging affidavit. In this case, it did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to state your bonds in the amount of, actually going to set your bond in the amount of $1,000. Yeah. This is Solomon.
Solomon? Okay, so you're raising his bond.
I'm going to make a condition of your bond. You not return to the scene. You don't have no contact with any victims or witnesses. When this happened, you were out on bond in 2020 CF 11733. In that case, the court is going to revoke your bond and your pretrial release. The court is going to set new bonds at $0. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you in all your cases. Have a great day, sir.
Sir, he was out on bond or ROR?
It says PTR.
He's out on PTR, Mr. Solomon. Okay, thank you.
It's a bond or PTR. Any release he was out on revoking. All right, sir, tell me your name.
Scott William Taylor, Jr.
Mr. Taylor, you're here in 2020 CF 14111AO on a violation of pretrial release conditions. The judge signing your capious said your bond is $0. Your bond remains at $0 in this case. Condition your bond had no contact with the victim I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you in this case.
There
Have a
shouldn't
great
have
day,
been no
sir.
victim.
Sorry, no. Strike that. You are correct. I remember reading this now. I'll strike that. I'll appoint a public defender to represent you. You were correct. That was a different case I was thinking about.
Is this Mr. Taylor?
There's no victim. Huh?
This is Mr. Taylor?
Yep. It wasn't a DV case, it was something else. I forgot. I remember. All right. Sorry, tell me your name.
State your name.
Mr. Tyson, you are here in 2021 CF 1620AO on charges of possession of Indian made ecstasy. I'm going in possession of a grocery cart or dairy case. The court did review the charging affidavit. In this case, I did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to release you on own recognizance as to this case. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you in this case. Conditions of your release: not possessing any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You are to maintain, must show up in any court dates, so you need to keep in contact with your attorney. Because if you don't, you lose contact with your attorney, the judge is going to issue a case for your arrest, and some guys in some green uniforms come arrest you. You understand that? All right, have a great day. All right, tell me about your name, sir.
Johnny Upshaw.
Mr. Upshaw, you're here in 2021 CF 1648AO on charge of possession of Indian made ecstasy. The court did review charging affidavit in this case and found probable cause for your arrest. We're going to release you on own recognizance. We're going to appoint a public defender to represent you. Conditions of your release. Conditions of your release.
I understand. I'm sorry.
Conditions of your. I'm releasing your own recognizance.
Okay.
Conditions of your release.
All right,
Listen to me. Conditions of your release: you're not possessing any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You need to maintain contact with your attorney and show up all your court dates. If you don't, people in green uniforms will come arrest you. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Have a great day.
All right. I bet you. Thank you. Excuse me one more thing. I'm an addict, and I know.
That's right. So, sir, there are services here through. I don't know why he didn't. Well, this is called criminal history. You'll probably have to treat our release.
I've been going
But
through a lot.
there are a lot of services here. Before you leave here, we'll talk to pretrial release before you leave the jail. You want to come out to the courthouse. We have drug court and other services there at the courthouse, and other services in the community that can help you with your problem. But all that's going to depend on willingness of you to make that change.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Because it's going to be days where it's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard. It's going to suck. So, if you're willing to push through it and make the change, then people are here to help you.
Thank you.
Ruben Wilkins, medical.
All right, it's Mr. Wilkins in 2021 CF 1633AO. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent him.
Your Honor, will waive.
With Mr. Wilkins, the court is going to review the charging affidavit in this case, find probable cause for the charge of grand theft. Motor vehicle, of course, is going to say his bond amount of $2,000. Condition of the bond: no contact between victims and witnesses, no return to the scene. All right, tell me your name, sir. Mr. Wright, you are here in 2019 CF 16652AO on a failure to appear warrant. The judge signing your warrant set your bond amount to $1,000. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you in this case. Have a great day, sir. Tell me your name.
Sebastian Chavez, sir.
Mr. Chavez, you are here in 2015 CF 9666 AO on a charge of violation of community control. The judge signing your warrant set your bond at $0. Your bond remains at $0. I'll appoint a public defender to represent you in this case. Have a great day, sir.
Yes, sir.
Tell me your name, sir. Mr. Price, you are here in 2019 CF 16879AO for a violation of probation. The judge signing your warrant set your bond at $0. Sir, you are a violent felon offender of special concern, and you are not entitled to release until your violation is resolved. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you in this case. Have a great day, sir.
He also has reporting requirements, Your Honor.
Sorry. Oh, well, when you do get out, You have 48 hours to get over to the sheriff's office to get registered, understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, have a great day.
And you didn't order any other departments, right?
So, no, you have to get registered whenever he's released. All right, sir, tell me your name. Mr. Reinhardt, you are here in 2016 CF 8882 AO on charge of violation of probation. The judge signing your warrant set your bond at $0. Your bond will remain at $0 until you can get in front of that judge. We're going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this case. Have a great day, sir. Tell me your name, sir.
Rodriguez, sir.
All right, Mr. Rodriguez, you are here in 2017 CF 7969AO on violation of probation warrant. The judge signing your warrant set your bond at $0. Your bond will remain at $0 until you can get in front of that judge. I want to appoint the public defender to represent you. Have a great day, sir. Tell me your name, sir. Mr. Walker, you are here in 2019 CF 13869AO and 2020 CF 2541AO on violation of probation warrants. In both cases, the judge set your bonds at $0. Your bond remains at $0 in those cases. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you in your cases. Have a great day, sir.
Jason Zhao is medical.
All right, then who's this behind you?
Campbell.
Campbell? Who's Campbell?
They just told us I have the.
Okay. All right, so hold on, what's this is out? This is my last person. You got people behind them. All right, this is Mr. Zhao in 2021, so 2014 CF 3080AO. I'll appoint a public defender to represent him. Ms. Kenny Swanson. Sorry, Ms. George.
We'll waive, Your Honor.
Ms. George, thank you, Ms. George, for not. Sorry, Ms. Kenny Swanson. The court is going to. He's been arrested on violation of probation warrant, and we're going to stay his bond at $0. We're going to keep Ms. George on the case. And what is this?
They thought we signed it, but
Was he earlier or something? I don't remember seeing a camera.
no, we didn't.
All right, Mr. Campbell. Tell me your name.
John Campbell.
All right, Mr. Campbell, you're here in 2021 CF 1653AO. Give me a second here and look at your case. The court did review the charging affidavit. I did find probable cause for your arrest for the charge of possession of methamphetamine. The court is going to. You want to get any history on him? I don't have a face sheet or anything, so does he qualify for PTR?
He doesn't have any history, Your Honor. However, his bond has been pending since 9/11. I'm not sure why it hasn't been processed yet. Yeah, so I wouldn't.
Well, I don't know. Well, he may not get his money back, but all right, sir. I'll place you on straight pretrial release. Condition of pretrial release is not possessing any drugs or alcohol without valid prescription. You'll be subject to random drug and alcohol testing, or alternatively. Yeah, because I don't know when this bond. I don't want to come back here.
Okay.
So we bond or PTR at the.
And then if you go out on PTR, then you want to random test it.
Right. All right. We'll appoint a public defender to represent you. Just make sure you don't get lost. Have a great day, sir.
Thank you.
And I believe we are adjourned. Might have anything else? Put a bit in order? Can I scan this card? All right.
And what's the condition, no alcohol or drugs?
No drugs, alcohol, we're gonna drug alcohol testing at his expense.